Good morning. It is Sunday, February 9th. Looking at the Jade Street Garden. I'll take you back here and show you some of the latest updates. This area back here has recently been cleared of some trees that were in the way, branching out too far. Cut those back, cleared it out, dug up some roots. There's a couple hugel holes in here, meaning the hole was dug and I added wood into that hole and covered it up. Not making a hugel mound, but just a hole. I have planted some raspberries that were in a holding pot for a while, getting these guys into the ground. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put in this new area. I'll need some time to observe that. But I knew I needed to get the raspberries planted. I still have more raspberries and other things in pots that need to get into the ground at some point. This time of year is good because we're in the dormant bare root season time. Things are just starting to wake up. But it's a good time to get things planted. So these are the raspberries that I still have, quite a few plants. Otherwise, the main part of the garden is sleeping and resting. Except for the garlic, I see new garlic coming up. I'll show you that. I planted this end of October, beginning of November. You can see the little shoots starting to come up. I have that down half of this bed. And over here by this rose bush, I planted some 3 other varieties. And you can see the little shoots coming up. And this is exciting for me because I think this may be my first time growing garlic. I don't know if I've done that before. It's been quite a few years since I've gardened, and all of this has happened in the last year. So really just focusing on opening it up and making space, which you can see how open it is now, with a starting point back here of a huge blackberry bush. This area was filled in with trees. The round little mounds are basically tree stumps that I did not dig up. I just surrounded them with a cage and put in some dirt and hay and things like that. There's some more raspberry plants growing along this edge. Green onions are coming up. Apple tree. This is a fruit tree guild over here. We have apple, blueberry. A little hard to see, but this is a blueberry plant. Green onions. And there are some comfrey plants in here right now. Or they are in here. They're still sleeping. I don't see them anywhere. But they will emerge with their big, beautiful leaves that I can use for mulch, compost tea, good source of mulching materials. They bring the minerals up from deep within the ground, and I can place them right on top of the soil where the plants are to infuse that back into the soil. The latest project I have been working on this last week is over here on this hill. You can see the freshly added wood chips. This hill is somewhat of a problem due to its steepness, and it needs a lot of work. It needs to be redone. I need to start from the bottom up, really. But for now, until I get the time and energy and resources to pull out these bricks, make them all in a nice line, and then bring it up a little bit, my solution is cardboard and wood chips. That will suppress the grass and weeds from growing, because this is definitely an awkward place to try and mow or sickle. So this is kind of a temporary solution, and when I'm ready to go from bottom up, I can just, set the wood chips aside at the bottom level and do what I need to do. Over here, same idea. The bottom of this wall really needs to be reworked completely. Maybe not so much there, but over here it's falling apart. And this is definitely a project in this specific area that needs to happen. Again, another time, resource, energy situation. So for now, just adding wood chips to this point. I've put in a bamboo plant. That should help shade out that window up there in the hot summer. That's an incense type bamboo that is a timber type, so it should grow pretty tall and spread. And I feel like just starting out with bamboo, it's a pretty safe place because it's not going to jump into a neighbor's yard or really go too far being on this hill isolated. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this. Have a great Sunday. Signing off from the Jade Street Garden.